Hello, my crafty friends, and welcome to August's Altenew Ambassador video. Of course, with the Ambassador video comes a coupon code, Jennifer5 off. That is $5 off orders over $55, and that is good until August 22nd. Now, keep in mind, all of this information will be in the description below, including a link to the supply list, as well as a link to my blog post with the still shots. Now, in this video, I'm going to be using the nostalgic florals. I'm going to be using the entire set, so stamps, stencils, and dies. And I'm actually using a previous project I did years ago, but never did post, as my inspiration. Now, I do want to note that project was created at a crafting class that was led by Aditi. I will tag Aditi in the description below as well, so you can see her creations, and my blog post will include some photos of the inspiration I'm using to create this card. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the die cuts and die cut each of them twice, because I am going to be using the negative die cut piece as my template for stamping and stenciling. So because I want to do everything all at once, because it's going to be a lot of stamping and a lot of stenciling, I have pulled out my Stamp Wheel 2.0 and made sure that these templates fit. Then I'm going to put in each die cut piece in its applicable spot, and then I will come in with my stamps and line those up as best as I can. And I usually do a pretty good job of lining them up on these die cuts, because again, I am going to be stamping and stenciling at least twice, but I will be stamping actually quite a few times, because I am going to come back in, like I love to do, with black ink and stamp all of these die cuts once I'm done ink blending. So I stamp so I know where to put my stencils, and then I come back in again at the end and stamp in black again, just to really make these images pop. I am going to start off with stencil 1, and stencil 1 has all of the areas of the current flower I am working on, including the leaves. Now, what I do for all of this stenciling is I actually use stencils 1 to 3, because there are only 3 stencils. I use stencils 1 to 3 to complete all of the flower petals using the first 2 shades. And then I come back in later with the darkest shade, starting again at stencil 1. Okay, this allows some of that ink I'm putting down to dry. So I'm starting off with the beautiful buttercream. It's my favorite yellow of all time, is this Altenew buttercream. I absolutely love it. It just makes everything look beautiful and soft, and it just gives me comfort, this color. So now what I'm doing is, once my buttercream is down on the petals, I'm going to come in with the dusty pink. And I'm going to use the dusty pink really at the center of the flowers and in some of the areas on the tips of the flowers. Now, what you're seeing me do here is I'm coming in with the dusty pink. And of course, I've sped up this video quite a bit, because I am going petal by petal, stencil by stencil. So it does take a little bit of time. So I'm going to throw on some music, and I will pop back in and out when I want to emphasize any of these crafting techniques. right, so I'm going to pop back in here, and as you can see, I'm back at stencil number 1, and I'm just adding that beautiful bold raspberry sunset ink to the center of those flowers, as well as at the top of some of the petals, just to give this more depth and more interest. All right, so we're gonna move on to the leaves, and I'm gonna be using 3 shades for the leaves as well, but all 3 shades are going to come from the Green Valley Fresh Dye ink. I'm gonna start off with the grass field. Why I didn't add the Shadow Creek when I was done with my first layer of the grass field, I don't know. So I ended up putting these stencils down 3 times in a row instead of twice. I don't know if I was just in the groove, moving on automatic, or what happened there. So again, I'm just gonna speed this up. The grass field is the first layer. Then I come in with Shadow Creek, more so at the base of the leaves. And then I come in with that micro blending brush to add that mountain pine to really make those leaves stand out. Now, once I'm done with all of my stenciling, I'm going to come back in with my jet black ink and I'm going to restamp my images. And this is really going to make my images pop with all of my ink blending. Now here you can see all of my die cuts. I did the same thing to all of my stamped images. Now I'm going to set these aside and I'm going to be creating a Slimline card. Now how I do that is I really just take my 8.5 by 11 and I cut off 3.5 inches from the 11 inches, and then I score at 3.5 inches, fold that, and then just trim off the excess. I mean, it's just that simple. It's so easy. And I remember when Slimlines first came out, I was like, what size is that again? How do I make that? It's just really that simple. Now, because I am going to be heat embossing with white embossing powder, I am going to create a black border around the panel itself. And this will kind of help bring my sentiments as well as the entire card together. Now, with the background on the white card panel, I'm just going to use my metal ruler here and I'm basically inking it up. And I'm just going to press that down onto my card panel. And this is just going to give me some lines and almost like a distressed look. Because at the end, I am going to be adding some splatter to this as well, just to up the ante on that distressed look. Now, I'm not using the full dark colors, like the big bold colors I used, such as the raspberry sunset or that mountain pine. Now, of course, you can add a little bit of that if you want to. I just come in here, keep stamping it, and then just keep putting it down on my paper. I just keep going until I'm happy with what I have. Once I'm done with all of this, I'm going to trim down the white piece of the 3.5 panel, just under 3.5, and then adhere it to a 3.5 black panel. Now, at this point, it's really about placement of the flowers, and I end up only using 3 of the large flowers and 1 of the small flowers. And I actually also end up cutting up 1 of my leaf clusters and then just putting in the single leaves themselves. Now, once I've got that adhered, and of course I use instant dimension foam tape, I'm just going to trim off all of those excess pieces and set those aside and use them for another card. Now, once I've got my card panel together and I did add my sentiments off camera, I'm going to use the raspberry sunset as well as the mountain pine as my splatter colors. And I really just smoosh my ink pad onto my glass mat and add a little bit of water with my brush and then just splatter away. It's as simple as that. And of course, I keep coming in with splatter until I'm happy with how my card panel looks. Now, like I said, I only used 3 of the large flowers, so I have some extra. So I created a very clean and simple birthday card. I used 1 of those flower and leaf clusters, adhered that with instant dimension foam tape. Then I'm going to take 1 of those leaves that I had trimmed off my Slimline card and adhere that to this card panel as well. All right, so that is it for this project. I hope this video inspires you to create something new and unique. And just a reminder, all the information for the discount code, as well as my supply list, my blog post for those still shots is in the description below. And I will see you at the next project.